guys, let's begin. I'm seeing one more person. Okay, so let's start with a word of prayer. All right, pay attention everywhere. Pay attention. Come on. Carefully, Liam. Okay. Dear kind of loving Father, I pray that as we go into our club session this afternoon, that you will bless all the proceedings, and that everything that we say and do will be in your honor and glory, and have that we will learn something more about you, so that we can pass it on and help those in need and who needs to know more about you, dear Lord. Continue to bless us and keep us in your care. Is my prayer. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, so I'm going to start with a short story today, and the story is about, let me just share my screen. Okay, so everyone can see what this story is about. Come on. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so everyone can see what this story is about. Who can tell me? Yes, Anna, what's this story about?
Noah and the Great Flood.
All right, Noah and the Great Flood. Okay, so
Wait, Uncle, do you hear me?
yes, I hear you.
Okay. Just make sure.
All right, no problem. So Noah was a man.
When I was given trouble.
Huh?
But I used a headset now, but in the school meeting, it was giving trouble.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I hear you clearly.
So I just making sure you could hear me, so that when I'm playing the piano, you could hear me.
All right, no problem. So Noah was a man who worshipped God. Everyone else hated and disobeyed God. One day, God said something shocking. I will destroy this wicked world. God told Noah, only your family will be saved. God warned Noah that a great flood would come and cover the earth. Build a wooden ark, a boat big enough for your family and many animals. Noah was ordered. God gave Noah exact instructions, and Noah got busy. Probably people mocked as Noah explained why he was making an ark. Noah kept building. He also kept telling people about God. Nobody listened. Noah had great faith. He believed God even though rain had never fallen before. Soon the ark was ready to be loaded with supplies. Now came the animals. God brought 7 of some species, 2 of others. Birds, great and small, beasts, tiny and tall, made their way to the ark. Perhaps the people shouted insults at Noah as he loaded the animals. They did not stop sinning against God. They did not ask to enter the ark. Finally, all the animals and birds were aboard. Come into the ark, God invited Noah, you and your family. Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, and their wives entered the ark. Then God shut the door. Then the rain came. A great downpour soaked the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. Floodwaters poured over towns and villages. When the rain stopped, even the mountains were underwater. Everything that breathed air died. As the waters rose, the ark floated on top. It may have been very dark inside, maybe bumpy, maybe even scary, but the ark sheltered Noah from the flood. After 5 months of flooding, God sent a drying wind. Slowly the ark came to rest high in the mountains of Ararat. Noah stayed inside another 40 days as the waters lowered. Noah sent a raven and a dove out of the ark's open window. Not finding a dry, clean place to rest, the dove returned. A week later, Noah tried again. The dove came back with a new olive leaf in its beak. The next week, Noah knew the earth was dry because the dove did not return. God told Noah it was time to leave the ark. Together, Noah and his family unloaded the animals. How grateful Noah must have felt. He built an altar and worshiped God who had saved him and his family from the awful flood. God gave Noah a wonderful promise. Never again would he send a flood to judge human sin. God gave a great reminder of his promise. The rainbow was a sign of God's promise. Noah and his family found new beginnings after the flood. In time, his descendants repeopled the whole earth. All the nations of the world came from all the nations of the world came from Noah and his children. Okay, and that story was found in Genesis 6 to 10. So if you want to read that story, you can go to the Bible and have fun reading it. This is just a shortened version. There are a lot, there's a lot more things inside it. Okay, so well, if you choose, you can go and just open up Genesis 6 to 10. And it's a very interesting story, and you learn a lot. All right. Okay. All right. So let's get into some class work. Okay. Okay, so this is our activities. These are our activities for today. Right, we'll run through some stuff from the last few weeks. We'll see where everyone is at with their books, and then we have some activities to do from the Sunbeam class, then from the Helping Hand, and Build, I believe, and then we have an item of music from Isandra when everything is completed. Okay. Okay, so let's get into the recap. Sana, I think you completed your book, right?
Just a second, I could grab.
All right, yes, grab your book. Liam, in the meantime, how was you got any book work done this week?
I finished my work on Kajarum.
I feel like you would have, yes.
And I finished my whole book.
All right, let me see. Busy bee. Let me just. I think you had one thing to do.
Oh yeah, I did my family join and my sign writing thing.
Okay, great. All right, I'll come to you in a bit. Let me just. So, Sunny, you would have done your mask. Animal game. Oh, this animal. I think we still have to sort this out, right? To this stuffed animal, right? Right. You would have done your puppet. You would have done your mask. Okay, so Auntie has she was supposed to drop off some stuff, y'all. But we'll work that last one out, right? Okay, and you will have done that part. Right, you did the creatures that lived in the neighborhood. Right, you put out the scraps. Aha. What up, other people? Did you pick a job and draw it out? I think you would have done, this is page 3.
Yes, I did that too.
Right, so, what, I think you told me, what jobs did you choose? I think you did 3. I'll ask you all to do 3.
What did you say?
The jobs, right? This is page 33. What you filled in there. So,
Remember, I said it last week, but let me remind you, it's some.
you have your book?
What I do was, it's in my. I have my book over here.
Right. So you're going to page 33 to love other people.
So what I meant, my drawing had was like it was me helping my friend cleaning up blocks in the church.
Mm-hmm.
And me, when I was in the raccoon, all the whole church we had to go and make soup to help others because there was a flood in Oracle. So all their food went away, it was gone, and all their clothes.
Ah, okay. All right. Okay, no problem, no problem. Okay, so I believe you more or less finished with your book, right?
Okay.
Right. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so I think it's time for you to hand up your stuff. Did your one of your parents sign and put the date of your completed activities?
Yes, Uncle Jerome.
All right, very good. Excellent. Okay, so that's our busy bee. I think, yeah. Liam, Sunbeam. Liam
Yep.
and Sammy. And Safira. Ooh, mostly Sunbeam. Yeah, so let's start with you, Liam. Let me just get the Sunbeam book.
Yeah, I did that.
Right, so you would have done I have a family.
Mm-hmm.
Ask members of your family to tell some of their favorite memories. All right, so tell me what favorite memories did you? Okay, guys. Okay, so as I said when we started the meeting, pay attention, everyone. As I said when I started the meeting, that I'm using my personal Zoom account, so I only have 40 minutes, right? So from the 40 minutes, we only have 10 minutes remaining. So all you have to do is come out when the meeting ends. You just click the same link and the meeting and it will be restarted one time, okay?
So Uncle Jerome, will the chat the same way?
Yeah, it will end, but you just have to click the link again and you would come back into the meeting, okay?
And the chat and everything will have all the stuff.
Yeah, everything will be there. All right? Okay, so we have 10 more minutes and it will end. I'll let you all know when it's ending, okay?
I tell him I did my sign thing.
All right, so let's
Yeah,
okay.
I did this and I did.
So yes, Liam, tell me quickly your Sana, you have a question? 1 second here.
I was just wondering if that was from Busy Bee because I remember I have that same thing in my book.
Yeah, it's similar, but no, it's not it's Sunbeam class, right? So you'll be doing that next year, don't worry. So Liam, tell us your family, your favorite memories from your family.
My favorite memory was when I got my first laptop.
Okay, right. Yeah. All right, very good. So that's your memory, but what about other family members? So you have to ask different members. So you have to go to your mommy, to your daddy, to your sister, right?
Okay.
So it's only one you did?
Yeah, it's only one.
Jerome, you supposed to draw more than one?
It's you can do a few.
All right,
so
okay,
family
good.
members of your family,
All
right?
right, good.
And their favorite memories, right? So not just him, right?
Yeah, good. That's what's more to do.
Okay, so that's one. Right, so this we'll be doing today. We'll be doing with the Sunbeam today a bit later, right? And then I'll let you all know what to do at that point. Okay, so wait, hold on. Sammy here?
Yes.
So did you do our favorite memories?
Yes, Uncle Jerome.
All right, so tell us some of your favorite memories, some of your family favorite memories.
Going to the park, flying to Tobago, watching funny movies, and playing with my pet.
Okay. All right. And you have your pictures drawn?
Yes, Uncle Jerome.
All right, very good. Safira? Yeah. We're on page 25. Our favorite memories.
One of my favorite memories was going to the beach
flying to America
Mhm.
and
That's it?
playing with my friends.
Okay, very good.
Brother.
Okay, so remember, it's not just your favorite memories, right, Sunbeam? It's also your family as well, right? So you have to go to your parents, to your siblings, right? Find out their favorite memories as well, right? The activity is you have a family, okay? So you all will complete that, draw some little pictures and stuff just to show that you completed it, all right? Okay, so let's see how quickly we can move down. Right, so we do that today. Okay, road signs. Sunbeam, did you do out your road signs?
I did some of it because I don't know what some of the signs are.
All right, so tell me which ones you don't know.
I don't know that one between stop and this one.
Pedestrian.
Okay, so yeah, I told you all in class, right? We don't have that sign in Trinidad, but it's a railway crossing, right? So
Okay.
railway up ahead, right? So
Okay.
countries that have trains, you need to warn them where the train crosses a road. You need to warn the let's say it's a car or bus or something. You need to warn them that there's a railway up ahead because sometimes they have to stop the traffic to allow the train to pass, right?
Okay.
So it's a railway crossing, all right?
Okay.
What's the next one? Anyone else? Not just Liam. Safi? What's the third road sign? Any other Sunbeam? This one right here. Anyone can tell me what that one is? Samia, that's your hand?
Yes.
All right, yeah, what's that? What's the third one there?
Pedestrian crossing.
Okay. And anyone can tell me what's the fourth one? This is another one that we didn't see in Trinidad, right? But I mentioned it a few times before. So anyone can tell me what this one here is, the fourth one here? Okay, so Sunbeam, you'll have some work to do. Right, remember that these are the last few classes, right? We only have a few more to go before the end of the year and the book is completed, right? So you need to hand up your books and it has to be finished. The entire book has to be finished in order for you to move on. All right, so you'll have some work to do. Please try to complete these as soon as possible. Okay, courtesy award. So we'd have done explain courtesy, we'd have done recite the golden rule last class, right? And some of y'all, well, all of y'all, I think only one would have done it, but there number three, you're supposed to do three things. Set the table, correctly ask for and pass food, and excuse yourself from the table, right? So, Sunbeam, any of y'all would have set the table during the week? No one set the table?
No.
All right, so you'll have a lot of work to do. Yes, Sammy? You set the table during this week?
Yes, Uncle Jerome.
All right, very good. All right, and let's continue. As I was saying, to Sunbeam, right, Liam and Safira and Sammy, right? Okay, so you'll need to set the table, right? So you need to do that at home, right? Set the table as soon as possible because we are wrapping up just now. Okay, so last thing. Well, last two. Anyone would have worked on this activity number 6? Filling the balloon with courteous. One, we're on page 32. Any Sunbeam, page 32. Okay, so y'all need to do this as well, right? Okay, so page 33, right? So you are supposed to walk through your neighborhood, explore your neighborhood, list things that are good and things that you can help make better. Good things and things that you can help make better. Anyone would have done that? Sunbeam? Okay, so parents, please, we need to get this done as soon as possible. Right, we are in the last few sessions and the books need to be submitted. You know, as soon as possible, right? So we need to get these things done. So it's very simple. It's a simple activity. You walk through your neighborhood, right? I'm sure you all walk through your neighborhood every day. You list the good things. So if you have nice flowers, if you have nice plants, you have nice trees, you list those things, right? Things that you can help to make better. Those are things that are not so nice. So let's say a clogged drain, right? Or someone is dumping garbage somewhere, right? Things that you can help to make better, right? So that is another activity that you'll need to complete. All right, so it's linked, part A and part B. Part B is from your list, choose ways and making your neighborhood better. Share what you did. Right, so you choose one activity. I don't think we would have done this last week, but this is another one. You choose one activity to do. So let's say it's just an area that you want to clean up. All you need to do is when you find that one thing, you do it and then you share what you did. You write a little paragraph sharing what you did. Okay? All right, so I would have posted this activity in the group. I'm not too sure if anyone would have done it, but I will implore once again, go to the group. Parents, go to the group. All the activities that's required for the Friend of Nature Award is listed out, right? There is all these activities are outdoor activities, right? So you need to work with children, you need to work with your parents, and there's a very simple activity. All the instructions are there. You just follow it and you complete it. Let us know what you did. And yeah, that's it. It's a very easy award, all right? Just one nature walk and you can do everything in one shot. So everything is in the group. So tell your parents, children, tell your parents it's in the group and you need to do this week, right? And I think that would be all for Sunbeam. Okay, so we don't have a builder right now, and right, so Isandro, I will I'll run through what you would have done during the week after, but let's get into the activities now, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so we are starting off with the environmentalist award today. Okay. Yeah, we'll come back to the text. Oh, sorry, no. We are actually off with the sunbeam, right? As part of the requirement. So sunbeam, you need to be paying attention very closely right now. All the sunbeam. That is, right now we are working on this requirement here. Show how Jesus can help you deal with disagreements, and you can use puppet, role playing, or something else of your choice to do this, okay? Now, Liam, Sammy, and Safira, right? Especially y'all, you need to watch the video very clearly, because after you are done, you need to report on what you did. All right? So you need to report on what you did when we watch the video. So you need to give idea of what was happening, what was done, and give a description of what you saw in the video. Okay? So I want to hear y'all, 3 of y'all. Everyone understand what you're supposed to do? Sunbeam? I'm not hearing a word. Come on. I'm not seeing Safira. I'm hoping she's not sleeping. Liam, you understand what you're supposed to do? Sammy, you understand what you're supposed to do? Okay, so we're going to go to the video now. It's very important that you pay attention to everything that's happening and you report on what you did after. All right? Hold on. Oh.
Kids Connection, Kids Connection, come with me and let's explore. Kids Connection, Kids Connection, come with me through the open door. Kids Connection, let's get into God's Word. Hey, welcome to Kids Connection. Yeah!
Again? but I want pizza. We always do what you want to do. Why can't we just do what I want to do?
Hey guys, what's the problem?
Oh, Squawk and I were going to go out to lunch. Squawk wants tacos. But I want pizza. I chose tacos last week, but I want something else. He just won't listen.
Well, guys, arguments are going to happen, even among good friends or family. The important thing is to work through your arguments. You may have to compromise. Each of you may have to give up something that you want so you can keep the peace with each other. Hey, listen to this story about a conflict that happened between Abram and his nephew, Lot. Maybe it'll help you work out your problems. Our story today is about Abram. God will change Abram's name to Abraham because God will promise to make him the father of a great nation. But that comes later. So, for now, we'll call him Abram. Our story is found in Genesis chapter 13. God had blessed Abram with great riches and a lot of livestock. God had also blessed Lot, Abram's nephew, with livestock. Lot was traveling with Abram. Verse 6 tells us the land was unable to support them as long as they stayed together, for they had so many possessions that they could not stay together. And there was quarreling between the herdsmen of Abram's livestock and the herdsmen of Lot's livestock. Verse 8 says, So Abram said to Lot, Please, let's not have quarreling between you and me, or between your herdsmen and my herdsmen, since we are relatives. Isn't the whole land before you? Separate from me. If you go to the left, I'll go to the right. If you go to the right, I'll go to the left. So the Bible tells us that Lot looked and chose the land that was well watered. You could say that he chose the best for himself. The Bible also tells us that Lot chose to live near Sodom. Verse 13 tells us, Now the men of Sodom were evil, sinning immensely against the Lord. So maybe Lot's choice was not so great. Abram wanted to be a peacemaker. He didn't want to fight or argue with Lot. Part of being a peacemaker means that you don't get everything you want. That's just part of compromise. Abram might have really wanted the land that Lot took, but sacrificing something that you want to keep the peace is a part of compromise. But the story doesn't end there. After Lot leaves, God talks to Abram. In verse 14, God says to Abram, Look from the place where you are. Look north and south, east and west, for I will give you and your offspring forever all the land that you see. I will make your offspring like the dust of the earth, so that if anyone could count the dust of the earth, then your offspring could be counted. Get up and walk around the land through its length and width, for I will give it to you. Wow! God begins to make a promise to Abram. He promised to make him the father of a great big family. And all the land that Abram might have wanted, God promised it would be his and his family's. Sometimes things don't seem fair. Maybe it didn't seem fair that Lot took the best land. Maybe it would have been fairer for Abram to have taken the best land. He was older and the family leader. But God would bless Abram for being a peacemaker. What we have to remember is that God is better than fair. If God was just fair, then you and I would get what we deserve. No, God shows us His grace, His love. God sacrificed Himself for us. God wants us to be a peacemaker.
So, did that help? Yeah? Let's go get pizza. No, not tacos, pizza. Guys, Stuffy, how about this? How about you all go get tacos this week, and next week go get pizza? But that means Squawk gets what he wants, but I don't get what I want. That doesn't seem fair. Well, remember, God wants us to be peacemakers. That means that sometimes we have to sacrifice what we want for someone else. Remember, it isn't so much about being fair as it is about being like Christ, being willing to sacrifice our desires for someone else. Romans 12:18 tells us, if possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. Peace is what we should work towards in all our relationships, friends and family. Okay, I see what you're saying. Squawk, let's go get those tacos. But can we get pizza next time? Okay, you're welcome. So, you're buying, right? Well, I mean, you did want tacos. Well, how about a burrito? Hey, Squawk, what does a nosy pepper do? It gets all up in your business. Hey, what's the smallest food you can get at the Mexican restaurant? Enchiladas. All right. Hey, have you heard the new joke about the quesadilla? Never mind. It's too cheesy.
Stuffy! Squawk! What's going on?
Hey, what are you doing? Bonus time is my thing. Like you said, compromise isn't always fair. That's not what I meant. See you later, guys. Bye!
So, Sunbeam. All right, so anyone can tell me one thing that happened in that story there? I'll start with Saphira, since I'm not seeing or hearing her. Saphira, one thing that happened in that story.
Anything.
Hmm?
Mm-hmm. What is the cup of tea? Answer quickly, please.
I'm not hearing.
Sit up. Put it in.
Tell me one thing that happened. I've seen you now. Liam, you could tell me one thing that happened in that story? I'm not hearing you. Liam? I'm not hearing you. Yeah, and you know?
That's
Huh?
that the two men
Oh, okay, yes, okay.
Jerome,
Yes?
and got angry at each other.
Okay.
Somebody is speaking.
Okay. So I'll put the video in the group, alright? And you will have
You will
your
put the video in the group.
and you'll watch it over, right? Because you need to do that the write in your book, right? You need to write something about the story in there, right? So it's a Bible story, and it has some
Why this
puppets and
playing
stuff.
so low?
Alright. Okay, moving on. Okay, so Isandro. Okay, so Isandro.
I'm back.
Yes. Isandro, we are on in the environmentalist award now. Isandro, you hear me?
Hi, Jerome.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah.
Samuel did not see the video, so but I'm happy. We heard that you're gonna put
Yeah,
it
post
in
this
the
meeting.
chat, but I don't
Yeah.
know what is going on with us here. But we hearing this recording very low.
Oh, it's low.
Yeah, real low. You could
Okay.
barely hear.
Oh, and your volume is right up.
Yeah.
Hmm. I'm not too sure.
I don't know
Not too sure
where
what
you
is
at
happening.
this time. Just follow the screen, right?
Yeah. Once you can see the screen, but
All right.
I'm at helping hand now.
Okay. All right. Sorry for disturbing you.
No problem. Isandro?
yes, Uncle Jerome.
Yes, we are on the environmentalist award now, right?
Oh, sorry, I was keep getting kicked out of the meeting.
Yeah, I don't understand why. All right, so you're okay now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you can do Genesis 1:26 for us. Isandro? Isandro, you hear me? Isandro.
Then God said, "Let us make man in our image,
Okay.
according to our likeness."
Okay, so you need to memorize that, right? And you have to put what it means, right? So this verse says we should.
I didn't do that page.
Okay, so yeah, we on it right now.
No, I mean I didn't for my homework. I didn't do that page.
Okay, no problem. But this is your activity for today, right?
Okay, so I will do it this week.
Yeah. So you need to memorize. You need to memorize Genesis 1:26, right?
Okay.
Right, and you need to you need to write in that little line, on that little line there. You need to write this verse says we should, okay? What the text means, right?
Okay.
Right. Right. So I would have given you your homework to do for the list 3. Okay, we on the 10-minute warning again, right? So we have 10 more minutes until it closes off. You just do the same thing, right? And you'll come back in the room. List 3 animals that are endangered and explain why, right? So you're supposed to look up some animals. Miss Andrew, you got around to doing that?
Sorry, no.
No?
No.
Okay, so you see in the requirement number 2?
Yes.
3 animals that are endangered and explain why, right? So you need to do some research there. 3 endangered animals and explain why. Okay, you understand what an endangered animal is?
What you said?
Do you understand what an endangered animal is?
Yes, and a species that is close to extinction.
Okay, right? So it's protected, right? Because of whatever reason, it's protected, right? So you need to give us 3 of those. Hopefully, it's animals that live in Trinidad, and explain why. Put an explanation why, right? And we have spoken about the main reason why animals may go extinct in Trinidad is because of hunting, etc., right? So Sunbeam, the other Sunbeam, while we are with the helping hand, you all could take this time to work on some stuff in your books. Okay, so don't just sit around wasting time, or if you're paying attention, pay attention here, right? But you could use this time to do some stuff in your books, or you can pay attention here, right? Right. So is Sandro, same thing. List 3 birds that are endangered and explain how you can help protect these birds, right? The 3 endangered species of birds and how you can protect them. All right, that's number 3. All right, so we're going on to the endangered trees now. But one of your activities that you can do is plant or adopt a tree. So you have any trees close by, Sandro, in your yard or
Yes, I have
neighbor?
trees in my yard.
Right. So do you take care of any of them?
Well, no.
Okay. So this is a plant or adopt a tree. So what you could do, just choose one of your trees, choose a tree in your yard, right? You can snap a picture of it, tell one of your parents, send it to the group or something like that, or send it to me.
One of my trees?
A tree that you promise now to take care of, right? When you adopt a tree, you are saying this is my tree and I will take care of it from now until whenever.
How do you do that? I mean, my rain falls a lot.
Yeah.
Right. In the rainy
Okay.
season and here. So
Right.
I don't understand what you mean.
Okay, so you want to make sure that nothing, when you choose your tree, well, obviously it wouldn't be a big tree, right? Choose a small tree or a plant. It could be a plant as well, right? And you want to ensure that everything is going good with it. So sometimes the leaves might be dry, so you could take off the dry leaves. You want to make sure.
The plant I had was for school. The next we had to bring it in.
Right.
Well, by then we thing was planned, but everybody on was dead, and mine was the only one that was alive.
Very
but
good.
now with my stuff building up, I kind of stop watering the plant.
Okay,
so it tries to get kind of brown, but it's not dead yet. It's
okay,
kind of brown.
so yes, that could be your tree. That could be your tree. So you could start back watering it, right? Or put it outside in the rain, right? Make sure nothing affects it or anything like that, right? But that is your tree. That is your plant or adapter tree. That is this activity here, right? Right. Right. All right. So let's go to the endangered trees. So your requirement is to list. See my screen, right, Andrew?
What you said?
You see my screen?
Yes, I'm seeing it.
All right. So your requirement here is to list list 3 endangered trees. Okay. List 3 endangered trees
In Trinidad and Tobago?
in your area, right? Within your area.
Well, I honestly don't have any endangered trees in my area. Honestly.
Well, it's that's now. Right. Study endangered trees, right? Study endangered trees in your area. Okay, so that's why once you see my screen, right, that's why I will have doing a presentation now for you, right? Well, for everyone can take part on some endangered trees that are endemic, right? So endemic means associated with or attached to, right? Or only located in, right? So there are some species of trees that are only located in Trinidad, or the first instance or occurrence of them, right? The first time someone would have discovered them was in Trinidad and Tobago. All right, so we're going to go through some right now, and these trees are endangered. So everyone's seen my screen. The first one, now they're a little bit difficult to pronounce, so bear with me, right? The first one is, and Sandra, you need to be taking down, you need to be taking some notes on these, right?
Also write down on the endangered trees.
Write in that activity, yes, and that activity. Well, you can write it below. It doesn't have a space to write, but you can write it down below, right? So it's the Pileae tubagensis, right? Pileae tubagensis, right? I hope that would have been correct. And that's this one here on the left. And anyone can tell me what it looks like? Anyone knows what it looks like? It's a popular plant. Well, it's a somewhat popular plant in Trinidad, but there's a specific type, and it's endangered right now. But anyone recognizes it? Yeah, this one here, Pileae tubagensis. Tubagensis. Right. Anyone ever heard of stinging nettle? Anyone? Stinging nettle?
Stinging nectar?
Stinging nettle.
Oh, no.
All right. So it's a plant that when you touch it, it itches you for a little bit, right? And it's right. So it's one of the plants that a while ago it would have been very popular in Trinidad, but now they're they are going extinct, right? So it's one of the protected species in Trinidad that we need to ensure that they continue growing, and right, they don't eventually die out.
On page 39 and page 40, I'm not seeing a place, well, a question to write down all the endangered trees.
So it's not a space, right? But it's requirements. You see number 4, study endangered trees in your area.
Yeah.
Right. So you can write it right below there, somewhere there, right? Just to show that you would have looked at these trees in your area, right?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So so that's the first one. The second one is Martella, right? Martella is a genus of flowering plants in the, let me get this correct, Burmanaceae, right? First described as genus in 1903, right? It contains only one known species, which is the Martella trinitatis, right? And it is endemic to the island of Trinidad. So this is another plant. This is another plant that we have in Trinidad. That's very rare. You won't find it anywhere else. So yeah, that's it for the endangered trees, right? And as I said, you can always go and look up some on your own, Isandro, right?
Okay, I will write it down. So whenever I get the chance, I will look it up.
Yeah. Right. So these are the 4.
Number there and.
Right. Okay. So we're moving on to number 4. Sorry, no requirement number. Let's get the correct requirement. 5. Right. Pollution in your area. Right. So Isandro, you will work on this during the week. What causes pollution and list ways you can prevent pollution. Investigate how and why the pollution happened. Explain how we can keep from polluting water and what dangers threaten the quality of air. Right? Okay, so there's this little diagram here. The 4 types of pollution: air, water. So you have air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, and noise pollution. Right? And of course, you understand what pollution is. I don't think you need to we need to dwell too much on it. But basically, when some things that will pollute air, you just write it down. Some things that will pollute water, soil, and well, noise pollution, which is not a common type. Well, it's not something we talk about. But if sometimes you let's say someone doing work, construction work, right? So they have a jackhammer or something making a lot of noise, or they are drilling, right? That's a form of pollution as well as noise pollution, right? And some places, like cities, let's say like Port of Spain, they are heavily noise polluted, right? Because they have a lot of vehicular traffic and work going on, right? So it tends to get a little loud, it can be distracted, and some people with air problems can also suffer, right? So noise pollution is also a thing as well, right? Okay, so Isandro, you will do out activity.
Somebody talking. I don't know what it is.
Let me mute it. Right, so Isandro, you will work on this, right? Number 5, right, for this week. Okay.
Okay, 1 to 5 or 1 to 7?
Well, you should have done. Well, we did one. You already found one, right? And you need to. Well, you should have done. Well, I've given you this. You
What?
look at 2 and 3, right? And then we just work on 4, so you can take 4. And then you'll work on 5 this week, right? And 5 and 7, right? 5 and 7.
Wait, can you repeat up to 5 or up to 7?
Leave out 6 till next week, right? We'll work on 6 next week.
So what?
1 to 7, excluding 6.
4, 5, 7.
Yes. Right?
Okay.
Okay, so we have one more video to watch, and after that we will. Isandro has a song to play first, and then we'll close off. All right. All right. So this is the families care for each other. Sorry, there's not families care for each other. This is actually. All right. This is actually This is friend, I believe. So let me just get the song.
So there's these 2 groups of people, and they didn't like each other, the Samaritans and another group.
There was this one guy, and he was going on a trip with his mule, and the donkey has a whole bunch of stuff on it.
So this guy was walking down a deadly road.
And when he looked up on the mountain, he saw, was it two people on a mountain?
He looked back, and his donkey was running away with only his staff.
His horse ran away, and some guy hurt him.
These robbers or bandits came out, and they beat him up.
And took all his clothes, and he was laying on the ground, bloody.
And he was there, pretty beat up, and this preacher came, a guy who was also going to the temple, and he was like, oh, I should help this guy, but I don't want to help him. I want to go to the temple. Bye. He just walked away.
And just people walk by him, don't mind it, and try to get away from him.
The last person, he was a Samaritan, and he helped.
He put this medicine on his owie. He got the paper towel and wiped the blood off.
And then after that, when it was night, he took him to what was it? A cottage?
To a hospital, or what they had back then for a hospital.
He took him at a hotel,
like an inn, and the guy stayed there for the night.
And put him in a bed and just sat there. But then a few minutes later, that guy had to leave. Then he pays someone to take care of him, like that guy, and then the other guy just leaves.
And said, take care of this guy, I'm gonna pay for his doing.
And he made sure that the guy had everything he needed to be able to heal up and be safe.
He went away, and then the donkey was safe.
When I think of neighbors are the people that I live right next to on my street.
And our neighbors are like people in our neighborhood and that we know, people in our church.
I usually think of the people that live around me, but in a way, everybody's your neighbor. People you meet on the street, everybody.
He didn't really mean neighbors. He meant like everybody, even everybody you don't know. Like everybody in the whole entire world.
It doesn't matter if they're another color or if they talk a different language. We should just help the people that need help or that are suffering from something.
Care for people and not ignore them.
Love anyone, not just like the people who you know. Love like random people who need help.
So that we could just be just like the Good Samaritan.
Okay. So right. So that was our final story there, right? And that will more or less conclude our class. All right. So Isandro has some special music for us, right? So he's going to play a song first to close us off. All right. So Isandro, you ready with your song?
Yes.
All right. So
You all can see me. You might see the piano, but you still see me play.
okay. No problem.
So the song is Now Dear Lord. It's a song from a hymnal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll just play that for you. You all can hear, right?
Yes. Very good. Excellent, excellent. All right, so everyone likes Isandro's song?
Very good, Isandro.
Very good.
Yeah, that was good. Thank you, everyone.
Great, Isandro.
Yeah,
Good job, Isandro.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so thank you. All right, so thank you everyone for coming out. I know we had a short session. Right, so we winding down more or less. That was the last requirement in the book. We are actually on the last set of requirements. So Sunbeam children and Sunbeam parents, you'll have a lot of work to do to catch up. Right, so please, during the week, take this time to, as much as possible, get through as much as possible. We only have a few more weeks from here. I believe our last class is at the end of November. Yes, somewhere at the end of November. Okay. So next week, right? The 7th, right? The first Saturday in October, November the 7th, we will not be having any class, right? So we'll be taking a break, and that will give you the opportunity. Huh?
Next week, November 7th?
Yes, next Sabbath we'll be taking a break and we'll be coming back on the 14th.
Okay,
right?
just we won't be having any church service. Sorry. Adventist next week.
Yes.
Next week, Sabbath, November the 7th.
Yes. Yes. All right. So our next class will be on the 14th. All right. So I will post some reminders for you all to get this stuff. Get your stuff done, right? To get your outstanding things wrapped up, right? So that when it's time to submit the books, we can all be ready to submit books. Okay. So the 14th will be just a final recap, just to run through everything, just to make sure everything was done, right? And that'll be more or less it for this year. Okay. Hopefully we have everyone out then.
So will we meet again after the 14th?
Yes, yes. We have class on the 14th, the 21st, and the 28th of November.
What?
The 14th, the 21st, and the 28th of November.
And then taking a break till next week. I mean next year, sorry.
Probably. We'll see. If everyone has completed their books, we'll do some additional awards. And well, if once you can complete those awards, that'll be more or less it for class. All right. Okay. So I see. Let me see. I see an Auntie Hester with no camera on, but I see her name. Anything you want to tell them before we wrap up?
We cover everything.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yeah. So next week will be a break, and then we will come back on after that.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Thanks, guys, for you all making the extra effort. I know some parents were occupied this afternoon, so we thank the parents for taking that time to ensure that your children come in and participate in our club service. All right. So let's do the closing items, and then we'll wrap up. All right. So adventurers, attention. Let's go. Adventurers, attention.
1.
All right, good. All right, so Isandro, lead us out. Lead us out to the closing.
Okay.
Pledge.
Or the arms.
Then
present arms.
Present
arms. Because Jesus loves me, I will always do my best. Jesus wants me to be obedient, be pure, be true,
be kind, be respectful,
be
attentive, be helpful, be cheerful, be thoughtful, be reverent.
and be so 3, 4.
We are Adventist.
One more time. We are adventurers. We are adventurers.
Okay. All right. So, Sammy, can you pray to close us off?
Sorry to close.
Sorry. Oh, yeah.
Should keep it up. Thank for dying with us, forgive us our sins. Help us to obey your Sabbath and keep it more holy. Bless your word. Help us to listen and to obey your commandments. In your name we pray, hallelujah.
Amen. Thank you. All right, so thank you for coming out. All right, and I'll see you all next class. All right, goodbye.
Okay, goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Everyone, bye.